Right. That's what I tell you. This organizes the nucleus. Oh, this is made for people from the car. Bring all the Exile. Okay. Okay. Again, was just a priority also. And let's see, that one to so above priority only, and then slow progression for exponent. And that option goes also go really cool. Other permanent other like and then obviously when I stayed for like my friends starts to feel finance mod mod always do this column of running of how people can define and pretend around finance. I get the bug from all I get one and all with like that was funny after after like all I phone it full break so anyways, goodbye. You'll know that. Alright, time to make the chumis fucking chungas. Let's see. Fuck this update out. Ek het daar nou gevat so halfuur terug, sy het nie gepiep nie, ek het daar nog nie nou weer gevat nie. Maar ek gaan nou vat. Hallo? Ek kan probeer, maar ek het 'n gevoel dit gaan ons altyd vat. So let me try. Yeah. I'm so sorry. Vamos por la paz. Enough block. So we start like this. So I think I'm gonna block now. So we're currently going for spell suppression, which is over here. Seems to be doing fine. I'll have to get some more. No, I don't know how to get past. But now we're gonna get these units here. So give us a little bit more survival. And we can grab these, just to put out the shield as much as possible. Just push it back up to 3000. I really wanna grab poison on. So that'll allow me to run one more aura. So we've got lots of things to figure out. We also have a couple of cluster jewels that I'm thinking about using. But yeah, we actually came down for these nodes because this will give our minions some survivability. But it's not working out as well as we thought it would. So anyways, that was a complete waste of time. But we'll be moving on. We do need to get some more spell suppression. You can also grab those. Because currently we're at 26%, so there's 8 more. And then all the dexterity will, every 15 dexterity will get 1% spell suppression. So we can grab that. But at this stage, I don't know if it'll work or not. Might need to grab some more. And now, manda ko mo barang. Program these units here. I'll push us 6 at 30, 34. And then grab this one and this one. That'll be 139. So it's 15, so it's almost 10% additional. Oh, grab these as well. Also, grab an almond. Which gives us additional 30% damage reduction, critical strikes. Gotta bring it down to 60. And if we can grab a curse over here, a couple of options. I don't know what to do. I feel like just getting the charisma would be the best option. But it doesn't seem like them. One, two, three, four. One down. Oh, I don't grab this. Ninja dinosaurs. One. Five. Ninja. So, that first knowledge. Buff the shit out of the shields, but I don't think it's gonna. Besides that, I do think we need to grab this now. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Easy nodes. Okay. We need more armor. But yeah, I mean, survival. So shit. I also noticed that we don't have that. I think maybe what we do is to grab the quick knife. Oh, just get extra spells. And this is the way to where's the Lushara? Okay. Well, the reason why
Yes?
is we've got a couple of jewels. What do you want? So, no. Poison on this one here. And this is cast speed and attack speed. It's not great. I'll put in some buff. I think that'll do for now. What do I have? Got my two things. And then unless something off the wall cooler. See if we gotta desecrate this somewhere. Hopefully we can still get him back. Here's one. Yeah. Here's the wall cooler. Oh. Okay, got those. Need to raise a zombie one more. Zombies. Then we need to skeletons.
I need more mana. When I'm ready, and not before.
So we're using the Withering Touch alongside with the Spectres. Make the Guardian. This way around. It helps us with our damage as we poison. Previously they didn't have any chance to poison, but they should have done that. Now I also need to go pick up some flower. Can't believe I was struggling this level tiers of map. I mean, it's hardcore, we're not buying any gear. We are trying to farm up the gear. There's a couple of items, like the one belt that I know we can't use. And the reason why we can't use it, grab the items, but increase strength would make it go. But what our goals are with this is we're trying to find a build that anybody can make. So we have to pick up items. Um, the only thing that we could build, and that's why I'm not too stressed about the animated guardian that we lost. It's regarding Feinberg. We bought that. It's like a low level item. Stay good. And usually you can get it quite easily. You can play like that. Same with like the boots, but I think that's what to do with that. And yeah, we also want to put on knockdown.
Morg's almost full. Exile.
And the reason why
Might want to take
is
care of
vulnerability, because so we're running geophysical, we're not converting anymore. We do need to take a look at it because what we found is able to do a fire build. If you do a fire build, it's the most DPS per minion. But like I said, it seems like a physical critical frames. Also, this 5 links is so far away of losing my character again.
When I'm ready, and not before.
That's the first time.
This way, Exile. Don't let it break your legs.
So essentially, we want to remember to put all armor and do mostly everything. So all bundles. Zero summon this. And essentially, it will be a please note these blue ones are difficult as sneaky. And the reason why is they've got a lot of stuns, they've got a lot of damage over time. The most important part is they have these invisible little pegs. Not really invisible, you can see them. For the most part. But what happens is you don't always see them running because they see through. I am immune to chaos, but stuff is so I went they've got these little minions that like explodes on them properly and they do a lot of damage. Very cool. Regardless of map, level, they will like the blue ones okay. And so much and you can see all of these double flanks on the ground. They spawn in the beginning and then at the end. And that's just pure chaos damage. So they hurt. Oh, there was one of the exploded ones.
When I'm ready and not before.
So yeah, but the problem is with necromancers in general that I found, and this is why you're kind of forced into a chaos inoculation build. You already stressed for stats, okay? You need to get resistances, you need to get life, you need to get energy, you need to get everything, okay? And then you have to do it again for your minions. You have to get minions. Oh, that was a lot. You guys see that? You have to do it for minions as well. So, as difficult as it is for a normal character, this is why I want to use this as difficult as it is to do it for yourself, just imagine other people. And then you have to get very
I need more mana.
sockets and things and stuff like that. Their minions. And the reason why is your minions are not by default aggressive. And this is a problem because the default AI sucks ass, man. It sucks ass so bad. And then you gotta get it for that as well. And you think to yourself, oh well, that's not that bad. Until you realize that just look at how much you have to get them. Like, that's 3,500, man. And that's the same, that's a little bit more than you've got. And let's have a look here. We've got a point over here, got a point over here, got a point over here. We got some points over here. Right? So that's 4, 5. Okay. 5 points. 6 points. 7, 8. Let's go down. 9, 10, 11. It's 11 points for your minions. That just gives them beefiness. How much do we have for our energy shield? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So just for interest sake, this is also all my energy shield. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So we've got 19 points for ourselves, and we've got 11 points for our minions. So you're sacrificing about 40% of your points for your minions, and then they still don't survive. And remember, here's the golems, man, because golems, they have their own shit, right? So yeah, and I didn't count in this, so let's count all the minion points. Yeah, I'm gonna count all the points for what we want, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, I'm not gonna count the ones in between. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Did we count these? Can't remember. It's either 35 or 38. Yeah. So let's make it 38. We are currently at level 18, right? And we get a level per, or a point per level, minus level 1, okay? 79 points. 79, 38 of them are spent on top of us. Let's count the minions. 6, no, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So that is 14 points less. I mean, we're gonna invest more. We need to grab these 4 nodes, yeah. So yeah, do the math. You're fucked as a necromancer. I'm sure there's a lot of people say, yeah, minions are OP. Well, they're not really. You know what minions are OP? Temporary minions. More specifically, SRS, or animate weapon. Minions that are non-permanent. But minions that are non-permanent, you don't need to get them health. You don't need to get them resistances. So, yeah, you can just stack a fuck ton of damage. And that's all you need to do. And I mean, you can use something like minion instability. So whenever they die, they explode
When
and
I'm
their
ready
health
and
is
not
simply
before.
fire damage. I mean, it's just stupid. So now, temporary minions are fucking broken. And we need to make shit out of minions. Which makes sense because they're not supposed to dominate. You know, everybody needs a fair fucking, a fair balancing. Okay. But the balancing that you do on pushing permanent minions further into the ground. So what's the point of having permanent minions? Oh, did I tell you that you remember the behavior thing? That I said you need to get specific stats, like either on your 1, it says minions are aggressive, which even though you have specific items in the game that lean more towards minion stats, you can still roll normal stats. Okay, why is that the problem? Well, let me tell you. Minion stats are some of the hardest stats to roll. You are more likely to roll spell damage on a 1, even a minion, than you are to roll actual minion damage, +1 minion damage, right? Like, I don't know, would have thought this would be a good idea to just deal with minions on a 1 size fits all, but it's obviously somebody that doesn't play permanent minions. And here's the thing, I play a necromancer. Necromancers don't spawn temporary. Fucking archers do, or druids do. They temporarily call upon the wild woods to assist, you know? And that'll make sense in that scene. But this, come on. And then obviously, you always get some pushback. Don't like that. And I think it's stupid. Because what I've realized is, if you want to play part of Exile, it's a good game. Don't get me wrong, I like the game. I hate what they've done with minions. I really do. And the problem is that when it's being balanced the incorrect way. Not because they are biased or anything like that. It's just I don't think they understand the core concept of the fact that any other skill in the game, you need to fix your own survivability and then your own damage. With minions, you need to fix your own survivability. You need to fix your minions' damage and your minions' survivability. You're spread too thin. It's you're asking too much. You don't get extra points. You don't get nothing. I mean, up till this patch, if you wanted to leech damage through your minions, you had to do it through either a damaging ability yourself, or you need to do string stacking. Which, again, is bullshit. You've got no strength nodes anywhere around you. And you need to use a special item. It's called the Baron. The Baron Helmet. Unfortunately, I don't have one. Again, it's an item that you commonly pick up. But yeah, this build as it is, maybe doing 200, 300,000. If I have to take a guess, that's roughly where the damage is. So, yeah, stack more points into minion damage, sure, if you want to die. And, so stupid. Like, look how spread out I am. I'm a witch. Like, why do I have to run over here, grab minion stuff? And here's a really nice node for minions. It's way over here. Hello? Nothing. And this is basically your bread and butter for your minion damage. Or these two nodes here. Right? I mean, this is a no-brainer. It's close. But let's quickly take a look if we're gonna do spell damage. Okay? That's spell damage here. Yeah. There's some more spell damage here close by. Here's some more spell damage. There's some more lightning. There's lightning. There's fire. There's cold. There's chaos. There's more, just one mastery. Staff mastery. So then why the fuck is it all spread out? Like, are you telling me that I can never be a true necromancer? And the ideal build is to make yourself strong. And then just have some minions that runs around? So then why do I have a proficiency for necromancy? Okay, let's look at what we get. Okay, 10% increased damage, 5% increase of 1 plus auras. Cool. Auras from your skills grant 3% in cast and attack speed to your allies. Yeah, that's per aura. And then you nearby allies do 30% increased damage. And you nearby allies 30% elemental resistance. Okay. Maybe this applies to your minions, maybe not. It says allies. I don't see your minions as your allies. Nevertheless. Okay, minion damage, minion knife. More damage. More life. This is a good node. I like this node. This node is good. It's a strong node. But you basically have to take a deck, right? But now the thing is, it sucks that we can't see the other things. But if we're gonna go into there, it meshes better. It's easy accessible to stack. So yeah. Now if you're gonna pick minions, just know you're gonna have a bad day. It's for fun. You know, you're gonna spend a lot of time and energy building it up, and it's gonna be horrendous. It's no good. It's bad. So yeah, my recommendation is, if you wanna do minions, don't play minions. Minions are bad, bro. There are some of the builds, very unique and niche builds that are good. But I can make a build on my own for the champion, just down here, that can use a bow, and it's gonna fucking kick ass way better. Like, look, they got 3 major masteries for bows right next to it. This is not a bow mastery, but it's accuracy, and it's vital towards your build. Right? You don't have any of this. So it just comes down to, at the end of the day, that there is a gross neglect for minions, and it's a difficult thing to balance. But I think where the fuck up comes in. Here's what's happened. From what I understand, the previous patches, minions were too overpowered and they nerfed them. But then the things that made them powerful, they also nerfed that. So they buffed them too much because they were in need of a buff, and then they removed twice. So they +1 and -5, you know? And that's just kind of the state where minions are left in. But now, if you play SRS or you play some of the other skills, those skills are really, really good. Why? Because you only need to stack damage. Because it's temporary. So if your minion dies, you don't care. And you can even fucking make them do more damage by dying, like just getting less. I get that there's, if you want to play a true necromancer build where you have your minions and they survive and they're alive, then yeah, you're just wasting your time. Don't do it, it's not worth it. I mean, we're trying our absolute best. We're fighting the best we can to, you know, make a build that is viable. But I have to be honest, I just don't see why it would be worthwhile to spend the amount of time and energy that you're gonna be spending. Not worth it, man. Not worth it at all. Like, don't do it to yourself. I mean, make me a build, a reliable build. No special items. No, I'm already using Alvaron's Warpath boots. And the only reason I'm doing that is because I tried crafting me a pair of boots that'll give me the same amount of armor and energy shield as I get from those boots. There's nothing there that can really match them pound for pound. And I just feel that Alvaron Warpath boots are easily accessible enough to make use of them. You can use like a Virgin, which is really good because it's like a pseudo 5 or pseudo 16. But with that being said, it's a very expensive item and it remains expensive and it's much sought after. So for somebody who comes into the game new, it's going to be impossible. And I mean, it's the same with the triads. Like, I could use triads and I could go cold. It's cold damage. The aura itself, it gives you increased cold damage and then it stacks again on that exact same damage that it just gave. So that's why the majority of both uses cold damage. Okay? With that being said, for you as a player to get a triad, because triad Mestrels, there's a conversion based on the socket color. It converts damage to some sort of elemental or chaos damage. And I mean, sure, you could go that route, but to get one that's worthwhile, I just feel wasting my time. Because if that's something that you're gonna get on your own as a new player, like that's the whole idea of this build. It needs to be done in a way that makes sense for a new player. So no special items, no, 10, 20, 30 divine crafting. I mean shit, like this build is supposed to be at most like 3 divines, if it ever reaches that. But it's supposed to be at most 1 divine, because between mapping and playing the game casually, you are bound to get a divine somewhere. So we have a budget of 1 divine. And that includes like special items. But I just feel that it's impossible for 1 divine to make a build you can do bosses with bosses. I mean, we're struggling with this as it is, you know. So these are tier 1 customers, and they're blue, not gold, not rare maps. What am I supposed to do? But with a bow? Oh shit.
When I'm ready
Bro,
and
just
not
go
before.
ice shot. You go ice shot, you can pretty much clear anything in the game. And you need 1 divine. That's it. 1 divine, you can do basically all content. It's not going to be a very tanky character, but you've got enough DPS and 5 seal that if you play well enough, you'll be able to do all content. Yeah, straight up. Okay? Minions? Oh my god. Like, all of the builds that I've had to look at, things that people have done, you need a fuck ton of money for it. No, you want a build that does like 30 million DPS, okay, with a bow. Let's say 5 to 6 divines. Okay? That's a lot of damage. You wanna build that does the same amount of damage to minions, you can start counting on them. Get what I'm saying? And there's a great display. And people are just playing stupid with it. You complain about it, then you're on the wrong and you don't know what you're doing, and you're just a little bitch. But when I play bows and I can clear the entire map, like I can clear monsters that have not yet shown up on my screen, like that's perfectly fine. It's perfectly normal. Desecrated ground, so there's chaos, and people. Let's see, we're gonna die. We can't do this. So we're gonna use this as an example. I'm gonna get kicked away. Yeah.
I need more mana.
No. I have to clear up this fucking.
Life is short, Dill.
But I cannot risk because I need to get the demon out here before it respawns. So while in combat, there's no way for me to do it. I fucked up. Oh, I fucked up again. We just lost eggs.
I'm ready and not before.
I don't know what else to do, man. Alright, I'm gonna sleep that out. You can maybe play around with it a bit more. It's insane.
I need more mana.
So maybe we could get a bit more. Okay. Hey, Juju. Oh, this is the one I was talking about. Yeah.
When I'm ready, and not before. Hail, Godslayer! Godslayer! Hail, Godslayer!
Yes?
I need more mana.
If I forget, don't focus too much on getting a chance to bleed for your minions, because you can only get it from jewels. So it's not worth it. But what is important is that you need knockback. I think we take that out. Then there's this is senior. The reason why I want knockback, so from your vulnerability curse, yeah. These enemies take 25% increased physical damage. Attacks and hits against persons at 25% chance to inflict bleeding. Okay? Now, what do we want? If they bleed and they move, they do that. Bleeding less damage. Okay? If they don't, see what the problem comes in. So what I'm thinking, carrying golems are like by default aggressive. So what if we put the knockback support on the Therium golems? Stun golem could go over there. You need to cover it versus transmutation.
Hail gods.
So the stun golem is fine. The stun golem close to us. So it's like this. And let's take out the jewels. One. Two. Actually, we're doing this without it. We wasted. No, don't do what I just did. Okay, the crossing lanes. Just in the end. So, rate. Curate. Alright, so this thing. This thing. This thing. Okay. Now we go back to where we were.
Godslayer, good day.
Take knockback support. This one. I'm gonna put that on the Therium Golem. Okay. Just put this one back. This is an item I'm trying to craft, but I'm fucked it up, so just put it up now.
Listen, I'm in.
Okay, what did we lose? Sun Golem.
When I'm ready, and not before.
See how this works, but it's
With all the gods dead, I suppose I should turn my full attention to you. We shall see how far you can be pushed.
Oh, and then of course remember, the memes will all look up the same person. And so even if you have in total 40, 50, 60 million, 5 million, doesn't matter. It's not shooting the person, you know, if you're gonna attack their attack is not always the one that's closest to them. So that's the problem. That's where the fuck up comes in. So there's so many things that you need to go through, calculate, and multiple layers of things. And you need them twice, not only for you, but for me. Because it means really fucked up. Nothing you can do about it. They will get fucked up. When the minion dies, you die. That's how we lost the animated guardian. We had to sacrifice the animated guardian in order to stay alive. Could have saved him. And I understand why I say minions are not worth it at all. Just think that people will ping to continue on this fucking thing.
When I'm ready and not before.
We're gonna keep putting this to the minions because minions are the people who are better at the game. So, let's do that again for one minions. Yeah, you could say that. Because I don't want to make fun of it again, you know? I don't want to sit there and farm on a different character until one day I've got enough friends who play what I want to be playing and just realize it's not as great as I thought it would be. And then quit the beat. And it's the same thing the problem with us. Is that if you cater for, you know, the hardcore patrons, for some reason they've got this superiority complex. Because they do, you know, it's a tough conversation, but it's one that needs to be had. Other Exile players, especially you're getting some world corpses. They've got a certain way that they think, and if you do not think the same way as they do, you're wrong. I don't see the point in having a game that's not fun. If you want to tell me the top content of the game, because you can't specifically craft towards something, everything is chance. Like even the things that you target craft, it can have a role, you know, high or low. And if you're gonna tell me if I wanna put the perfect gear for me, I need to play the game 24/7 and you know, forget about having fun. And there's no point in doing the game now. I do this for relaxation. I don't want to be sweaty. Look at League of Legends is a really good example of this, right? So why do people stop playing League of Legends? Because there's no more fun in the game. You've got to play what's meta, and if you don't play what's meta, you haven't played the game long enough to realize it's not meta. Like that's it. If you play the game and you're having fun, you're not playing meta, you haven't played the game long enough to know that it's not meta. That's it. Look at World of Tanks.
When I'm ready and not before.
The World of Tanks or what's the other tank game? Like, you have to be really, really good at the game to have fun. And in that sense, it's rewarding. Okay, you're shit at the game, you're gonna get your shit kicked in, but you're gonna learn and then you're gonna be able to play with the tanks you want to play. War Thunder, there we go. That's fine. You know, there's a learning curve, and this learning curve, you're gonna go through it, but once you reach a certain level, you'll be rewarded. Okay? There's no reward in Path of Exile for playing what you want to play. There's absolutely no reward. Okay. So, do with that what you want to, but just know that it's not unbiased. It's a very real and valid opinion. And here's the thing. I'm gonna go out on a limb. This is probably a hill I'm gonna end up dying on. Because I know the sweating comments are gonna come in. But if there's no reward and everything is broken down to research in an Excel sheet, you're not playing a game, man. You're doing books. If that's what you do for fun, go be an accountant. Don't fuck up the world for the rest of the people. And if this is what your community is based on, it's just a toxic mindset, man. Taking the fun out of everything that you do
Yes.
is a toxic mindset. That's
Hail
it.
God's Slayer.
So, do I get any reward for playing the game the way that I want to play it? In the sense of, okay, I'm not playing the game the way I want to play it. I'm playing the game with what I want to play. I want to play as a necromancer. Why do I want to play as a necromancer? Well, I live in South Africa. So ping is a little bit of an issue, so bow skills don't work with me. Totem bows, or I'll show you the bow now. Scissoring's got a really fucking good totem bow for bows with champion. It's like the all-star, right? Every single bow basically wants to be that bow. Why? Because you've got damage, you've got survivability, you've got everything. Okay. And it's got auto-targeting. So you plop it down and then you can move on. Now, with that being said, I would like to play as minions. I'm a diehard Diablo 2 fan, so, you know, I remember playing that at LANs with friends. No sweaty competition, no weird bullshit, just people having fun. Okay? So yeah, I'm definitely not one of the world's best players. I will never be one of the world's best players because I don't enjoy taking the fun out of the game. I want to have fun. How do you have fun? I boot it up, I play for 30 minutes, I play for 4 hours. Whatever, right? And I want to achieve certain things. But this is a game of chance. And it's not a game of chance, it's a game of probability. So what does that mean? Okay? If you have 50% chance when you do something, if you roll twice, you'll get what you want. But if you have a probability of 50%, right? It's almost like chance, but not exactly. So let me just switch over my bit of apparent. You have a chance that it'll go, but even if you roll 10 times in a row, there's a chance you won't get what you want out of it. And that's the problem. That's my problem that I'm experiencing with Path of Exile, like crafting my own shit. There are tools on the websites. Like, you can go onto the websites and they can tell you exactly how to craft this and all of that. And that's great. That's amazing. But why do I basically need a doctorate to figure out how to craft basic equipment that I need? You have 6 slots on every piece of equipment. Okay? 3 prefixes, 3 suffixes. And all of them can roll 150 million stats. There's no way for you to actually completely limited to the stats that you get. And then there's several tiers. What I mean by tiers, have a look here. Here's tier 6 attack and melee. It goes all the way from tier 1 to tier 9 or tier 10. Okay, not 100% sure, but you can read up on this. And if you're telling me that I already need to pay them, that is this complex. This is just the leveling, man. Now we can also go over here. So these things that I'm doing, that's maps, right? If I do the maps, I also need to have a mapping strategy because I'm farming towards a specific thing, like essences or abyss. And what is the abyss, you may ask? Oh, basically it's these weird little monsters that come out of the ground and they do a fuck ton of chaos damage. And they drop things like this. Oh, something like this about this. And there's a couple of other things they drop as well, right? Or drop as well, which is great. Well, yeah, to an extent, okay? So now I need a strategy for the way that I spend my points. Then I need a strategy for what I'm going to farm, okay? It's already fairly complex, but still doable. And then, you are put in a situation where you also have to consider the meta, and the market is controlled by what is meta. So, do you want to make money on PoE? It's fairly simple. Just watch all the markets and have a look at the patch notes and what people are discussing, and you can quickly figure out what sort of builds are going to be very popular. So, I just picked up a hat or a cap. Here it is. Okay. This cap is used for leveling, and then you get the tabula rasa. So those are your basic big ticket items. But let's say this league, it was really popular to display guardian elemental damage. So you know, if you go farm ones or whatever, like something like this, right? And there's a specific spell that works really well with it. It means that if you farm this and you keep these items, and eventually once you start selling them, like the rest of the people, the items that you need for the build, you can make a fuck ton of money. Right? Like there's a specific jewel, it's called the Ghastly Eye Jewel, and that gives your minions damage over time. A build that's really popular for the last couple of seasons and basically dominates it, is a SRS, Summon Raging Spirits, and it's poison. And they all use this Abyss Jewel because it gives you increased damage over time. Okay, so what's happening now is you farm this and you sell it and you can make all the money you want, right? So we're not talking about tier 0 items like a mage blood or a head item. No. What we're talking about is just common items that are used in builds that are really popular, and this will make you a fuck ton of money. So this is a way that the market gets controlled and whatever build is popular. And overnight, things can, disappear. Like, let's say, for instance, a farming strat where you use new scarabs to juice the shit out of your maps, right? If a specific strategy is really popular and really strong, if you go save up all of those scarabs and put them out on the market at the right time, you own the majority share, which means that at the end of the day, you're going to be making the most amount of money. And this is where the problem comes in. So, you have a non-specific way to craft something, meaning that no two items can ever be the same. There is a thing that's called mirroring services, but look, let's be honest, you're not going to pick up a mirror. So people would spend the entirety of their time in the game craft this really powerful items that's all basically like tier 1, tier 0, and then they would put it up for services called mirroring. So you need a mirror, and then you need an X amount of money, and they will mirror the item for you, and then you use it for gold. And that's essentially what you're doing with the other items as well. So you have something other people want, and you're gonna sell it. Now, it's just basic economics 101. what happens when, for instance, a streamer crafts the perfect minion helmet and puts it on them all for mirroring service? That's a very nice service. But now, for you to afford that mirror, you're gonna have to play a build that is popular and strong enough and cheap enough so that you can do these stupidly insanely juiced maps. This will help you save up money, and eventually you'll save up enough money where you can buy this item. And that's where the fuck up comes in. So the league, the majority of the people only play for like 4 to 6 weeks, right? They don't play the full league. So you spend the majority of your time playing something you don't want to play, so that you can afford the thing you want to play, and then you end up playing it for a week and then not playing. Huh? I mean, what's the point then? Then there's no point. Because the whole idea is you're going to make a character and you're going to progress. And where the fuck up comes in and why it's an issue is that these servers don't stay online. Once the league's over, you get migrated. So, here's the situation. You're going to learn a game that's extremely complex, and you have multiple points where you basically need to spend years or months at least learning how things work, so that once you get to play and you want to play for fun, forget that. You need to devise a very strategic strategy that can get derailed at any moment in a time-specific frame. You only have 2 or 3 months until the league ends, 4 months, whatever the time is. To do this, so that you can farm up enough money to buy the things that you want, because the chances that you're gonna get the item that you want is basically next to nothing. That's why you need to farm up currency, and that's another thing. So now you need to farm up these things that they call bubblegum currency, like here's the items you want: chaos and divine ones. Then you get transmutations, alterations, chance, augmentation, jeweler orbs, fusings, chromatics. Orbs are binding, but nobody really uses it. Orb of unmaking, regrades, scouring orbs, chisels. These are, so except for these 2, the rest are basically bubblegum. Okay, that's what I call bubblegum currency. You want to farm up enough of this so that you can sell it in bulk so that you can make more money. You want to get the vines and get chaos orbs, okay? And then you're going to spend this on the trade side so you can buy the items that you really want, so you can play a build that's not going to be worth it. That's why people stop playing, because you sacrifice so much of your time and energy. It's not fun anymore. They're burned out. And this is what veterans will tell you. No, this is the way the game should be played. That's not the way any game should be played. Ever. It's tragic. Okay, I'm just gonna put this map away. I don't have time to do this. That's just tragic, man. Like, if that's what you call fun, you need a reality check. You know? If you want to go work, go work. This is a game. This is a game. This is supposed to be fun. Don't make it sweaty, man. Like, don't be dumb. Don't be that, because that's just stupid. And you're just wasting your own time. Nope. Fire, there's armor. Nope. Okay, that's fine. Okay? And that's the thing that frustrates me, because now you're gonna have the whole troll army running here. Like, yeah, well, you're just bad with the game. Yada yada yada. Oh, well, then I'm bad at the game, so be it. It's okay. You know, the majority of the new players are gonna be bad at the game. Yeah, for the new players, you know, you should earn the right to play this game. No. This is a free-to-play game. I don't need to earn shit, bro. This game needs to earn the right to grow. That's how to make a fun game. and stop relying on an extremely loyal fan base that, regardless of the shit that you pull, will still support you because of what they believe in? Hello? And that's like literally saying, okay, yeah, so 10% of the population owns basically everything, you know. So we're only gonna cater for this 10% that owns the rest and fuck the rest of the people. How insane would that be? And yeah, I know a lot of people say, oh, well, that's the way the world works. Well, then it's not a free game. Then just say, okay, we're running a fucking tyranny, and we only care about the 10% people that's keeping our game afloat. Well, maybe you'd have more people that supports the game if you weren't pushing this agenda. And the thing is, like, it's not just minions. Minions I'll talk about because that's what I play. But minions have a second part to them. The majority of my minions are all melee. Have you seen somebody play melee in hardcore? That they started recently with Bone Shatter. But there's a lot of disappointed faces out there. Why? Because they're not as powerful as bows. What is the predominant thing that people play? They play bows. I don't know why. Everybody knows why. Long distance, you've got great clear and single target damage, and you can do it for fairly cheap. You can't do the same amount of damage for melee, nor the same amount of damage for fucking minions that you can do with bows. So, okay, and then the veterans answers usually that's, yeah, well, bows is the problem. Bows is not the problem. Bows is never the problem. The problem is that there's a very shitty mentality where people feel like Elden Ring, for instance. You know, okay, I'm using Elden Ring as an example, but it's not actually correct. But it's a shitty mentality. Like, okay, we're gonna make a game difficult. Okay, make a game difficult. Don't make it unrealistic and then favor one of the positions. That's just stupid. And then what the argument is, yeah, but it's far more complicated. Think. Listen here, buddy. Nobody is ever in the world gonna say it was fucking easy. If it was fucking easy, we'd have hundreds and thousands, fucking millions of game developer franchises in the world. You know, all with like a 2, 3, 4, 10, 20, 30 million fan base. We don't. Why? Because it's difficult. But this is the path you've chosen. You are the multi-million-dollar fucking game studio. It's not supposed to be easy. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. So, just get that straight, you know? And no, I don't just want to fucking wail on them. There's a lot of things that they did right. And here's the thing. In the conversation that I'm having, or the thing that I'm explaining right now, I literally point out the thing they did right. They did bows right. Bows was done right. So did they do everything wrong? No, they just fucked up on this one point. And for some reason, they're being pig-headedly stubborn about it. You say, okay, so minions were underpowered a couple of weeks ago. We buffed them, and we buffed the minion items. Okay, we overbuffed them. We fucked up. We nerfed the items again. Right? And we also nerfed the minion stuff. So now they're fucking broken. But then we added these temporary minions, and basically we've buffed the shit out of them because now they're doing way too much damage, and we need to bring them down. But while we're bringing them down, we're also fucking it up for the permanent minions because they were never buffed back into place. You see what happened? They were supposed to do a +1 for permanent. They +5 them, which is obviously a problem, bring them back down. But instead of, you know, just -4, they went -5 and, oh yeah, we're also deleting the items. So that's another -2, right? So you debuff them, right? You nerf them while they were in a dire need of nerf. But then you change the mechanics in such a way that you did end up buffing. just the temporary minions. It doesn't have the requirements of normal permanent minions. And what is that requirement? They need health, they need elemental resistances, they need chaos resistances, and they need damage. They don't just spawn out of the gate with a fuck ton of damage. Oh, and they also, the behavior on all of them is not aggressive. So you also need to get a very, very difficult to get stat on your items. Well, shit, bro. What do we do now? See what I mean? Stupid. And here's the problem. If you have this conversation in a room full of fucking diehard PoE players, the first thing about minions don't need a buff. Minions need a buff. A specific
When I'm ready
group of
and not
minions
before.
needs a buff. And if you say they don't, you haven't played minions. And you're not being realistic, you're not being objective. So what needs to happen is temporary minions needs to calm the fuck down. They are way too good for the amount of investment that they need. Okay? They need to be fucking brought down a notch. Definitely. That much we can agree with. I don't know. Okay? So we can agree on that. Perfect. Now, no memories that literally take up 30 to 40% of your points just to make them survive. And then you're gonna need another 30 or 40 fucking points to make them do damage. While the rest of the people just like, okay, so 500 points, 60 of those points are gonna be distributed to my health, and the rest of them are gonna be distributed towards my damage. Understand what I'm saying? You don't have that themes, you have 3 themes to fucking cover with the same amount of points. Makes it impossible. So do you want to do high tier content for cheap? I'm telling you, you want to play this game?
Survivor, you are well
Thank
prepared
you,
for the end.
minions.
This is a fine capture.
And that's not okay. And here's the worst part about it, is that when you play this game, every one of these minions are all gonna try to like something. So play this or whatever, but remember, play what you want to play and have fun.
You have been captured.
That's not a
You will be a
realistic.
survivor, or you will be food.
That is not realistic at fucking all.
You're almost full up,
And
Exile.
the reason why it's not realistic is because of the simple fact that we have so much music to cover that it's not worthwhile. It's really impossible. The gear that you need is so high level. So many things that needs to be rolled exactly.
Do
Again,
not
like
worry, little
probability.
beast.
That it makes it almost impossible to play this game and have fun. You know? So, what do you want? By the way, this little green dot
You have been
in some
captured.
screen that's moving up and
You will be a
spawning all these
survivor,
ones. That's the
or
best
you will
one.
be food.
This one is good. It's running really fast. And that's the issue. That's why I would run on this channel to see if
I
there's
like it better this way.
any way that we can possibly make this game more doable for new players.
When I'm ready and not
So that they
before.
can have access to all content again. That's not seen that. I mean, it's still going at it. So, I haven't crossed both yet. But damn, it's getting close. Gotta question the way they do things. So there's just so much. And it's irritating in a lot. Because you do try. But I just feel this is way too much fucking trial for fail. And at the end of the day, you're not allowed to talk about it. Because it will get changed. It's not with the community, definitely with the people who manage these things. That's not that. And trust me, we went through this. In very awkward situations. So yeah. It's frustrating, it's really, it's annoying. And I feel that there's a lot of people that speak on this without having the necessary authority. And where the problem comes in is that, like I said, there's a specific mentality regarding property and the way it should be played and should be enjoyed. And if you are outside of this scope, you are seen as a creature. You're a problem. So what I really want them to do is get things right from a fair point, or a fair point of view, rather. And the answer is not to remove what is already there. That's possible. So then we
That
can
was a hunt you will not soon forget. You're welcome. Goodbye.
you should definitely talk about this.
When I'm ready and not
Because and the accessibility of it, because that's the problem. It's the accessibility. If you're gonna make a game where, as an necromancer, I can select anything on the screen, right? I can select anything, meaning they don't want you to play it a specific way. They need to stand by it. So if I don't want to play temporary units, I do not play temporary units. Don't force me to play temporary units because it's meta. And if you don't, regardless of the amount of money you're gonna sink in, it will never be as good as non-temporary or non-temporary. You have a problem. Your favorite is specific build over the rest. You should set the builds at a cap, you know, like all builds should be able to do 50 or 100 million. And the most amount of damage that any build can do is 200 million, as an example now. And then adjust each build to that category within realistic terms. No tier 1s, no super high lucky drops, none of that. None of that. None of that. You know? You need to be able to do this as easily as the rest of the builds. Because here's the thing, when they talk about a low budget build, that's like 50 divides, bro. No casual player that plays this, you know, nonchalantly is this is actually quite good. I want this, but I can't because then I sacrifice my armor again. See, and like an item like this, and this is where the fuck it comes in. If I want to play that item, I need to go through these. So yeah, it's my 2 cents on all of it. Just wish there was more people. And the thing that just frustrates me is that people that are far more qualified to speak on this topic than I am don't. They keep quiet because they're currying favor. And I think that if you are a leader, you need to lead by example, the good and the bad. So let's take a stupid example. Let's say by some fucking random coincidence, one of the game developers lands on my stream and they're like, you know what, I like minions too. I think you have a valid point. They proceed to update the minions. I'm like, okay, well, take me to the some feedback. Okay? I'm like, okay, I'll be your fucking French John Paul, and I'll give you some fucking feedback. Sorry, it's like a inside thing. I'll be your John Paul. I'll be your JP. I'll give you some feedback on this. No problem, right? There's always a fucking guy that everybody relies on, and he's either French or has a French name. He's a JP, right? So I'll be your JP. I'll taste it for you, and I'll give you some feedback on that. Okay, cool. Now I see that the minions are too powerful. I'm like Act 5 and I can basically map with this. Then I need to go to that developer and say, hey man, I love what you did with it, but let's be honest, this is too much. You need to fix it. Right? It goes both ways. So what they're doing right now is they're keeping quiet about the good stuff like temporary needs because sorry for the yawn. Because that's the good stuff, right? They want to play that. That's a way for them to play this game and fucking beat the system. And they barely make any noise regarding the rest of the stuff. Why? They don't want people to focus too much on the specific things in the game. Because if they're gonna start looking at it, they're gonna say, okay, well, the temporary minions needs to go. But they're not gonna buff the permanent minions. And this is where the fuck up comes in. So are they really wrong for just keeping quiet so that they can have this scapegoat to still be able to play the game kinda the way they want to? They have minions. It's not permanent minions, but minions. Because it's gonna get nerfed, and then at the end of the day, they're gonna have difficulties to enjoy themselves. That's why I say, like, it needs to go both ways. But it's difficult because there's no real reward for doing it. Because all you're gonna do is you're gonna fuck yourself up. That's it. And that's where the fuck up comes in. So what do you do? How do you deal with it? And I think ultimately that is the biggest question. Like, how do you deal with this? That's why I say I just really wish that they would take the time and actually, look at things and try and fix them correctly, the way it needs to be. Not by overbuffing one card and then, fucking up the rest. That's the problem. So, yeah. But what do I know? I'm a little shit. And I don't have nearly enough popularity to be able to, get anybody to listen to me. And that's the reality of things. So, we just move on.
When I'm ready and not
And
before.
follow my problem is also the feedback from the community, because they are also responsible for it. The community has harbored this, oh, we like that, we don't like that, and if you don't agree with us, you're wrong. That's the mentality that now there. It's not right. Anyways, this is the other part of the competition. Trying to win the mines. We're gonna see how this goes with flames, with clouds, how far down we can go with PoE HC. Hopefully we can come up some nice things. What do we really want is fossils. We're gonna use those fossils to craft things. So, and we'll see how it goes. If it goes anywhere, that is. Yeah, there's a lot of things that we looked at and fixed, but it'll probably never happen. That's why I'm telling you right now, for now, don't blame me, man. We're trying to figure this shit out. Hopefully we can. But I have to be honest. It's gonna be a doozy, man. It's a very long, hard journey ahead of us. And this stage, it looks like we won't be able to do it for cheap. We're gonna have to get expensive.
When I'm ready, and not before. When I'm ready, and not before. When I'm ready, and not before.
Beauty. Look at it sparkle. Glows like blue embers in the dark. My machine here can turn these rocks into something a little more useful. You might need some extra light down there, so how about you put a few flares together? Mine's also full of dead ends and things that ought to be dead themselves, so get a blasting stick while you're at it. Should have enough for both on ya. Ta-da! Welcome, Exile. Goodbye.
Nice. Oh, fuck it, guys. I'm gonna. Just so that you guys know. Actually a little bit sick, so it's why I'm talking the past couple of days. Nice. See you guys tomorrow again. Much love. And yeah. If you guys have any suggestions or whatever, please don't hesitate. Drop me a message or leave a comment. Look at it. But yeah, any help would be greatly appreciated. Maybe we can change up some of our skills, you know, like go over to elemental gold, whatever. But yeah, see ya. Cheers, guys.